So kwa unasikiza hii show in full inamaanisha uko Patreon ama wewe ni a YouTube member, so asante sana. But kwa umesikia just a part of it inamaanisha tafadhali baki umesubscribe kuwa member ama ukuwe Patreon. Na kama kawaida leo nimekuja na bibi kazini kama ni mke kazini. TZ, can you explain to people what in TZ bibi inamaanisha nini?
Okay, so aisemangi bibi like the way unasema lazima kuwe na accent like bibi.
Okay.
So when I say bibi it means grandmother. So like ukisema bibi inamaanisha mimi ni shosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So tuko na bibi. Okay. Alafu nataka tuongee juu ya like this story that's been trending, and the story is director Trevor na Mungai Eve have called it quits, and after calling it quits kuna vile Trevor alienda hapa amedua post, and the post akasema Mungai Eve's services are no longer needed. Alafu akachange pia channel saizi inaitwa Kenya Online Media. So nikaamua, let me come and see, does this woman think that Mungai Eve deserves half of this?
What do you mean half? She deserves all. Like, ndio, I watched the interview today. For some reason, it showed up on my TikTok. I know I'm the girl who always talks about TikToks. Tanisame.
Yeah.
But I watched the TikTok today where Celestine was interviewing her. And she was
Celestine
saying
Ndinda. Yeah.
And
Ndinda.
she was interviewing her. That interview was very confusing for someone who was not watching the video. If you just had your headphones on now naskiza, they sound exactly the same. So you don't know who's asking the questions and who's answering because they sound exactly the same. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
So alikuwa nasema vile Trevor is the one who opened the channel. Trevor is the one who opened her Instagram. She didn't even know anything to do with that.
Yeah.
But girl has worked. Girl has worked like the world is ending. And you see, the thing with the brand is, ndio, you can say that, oh, I created this and everything, now it's all mine, and you rebrand and everything.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, who is the brand? Who is the face of the brand? Who's the voice of the brand? New Dame, right? Like when you think about these interviews, do you think about that dude, or do you think about Eve?
But you know, anyone who's done the interviews has seen both of them. Sisi ndio tunaonaga one side.
Haijalishi interview wamefanya watu wangapi? Like, okay, let's say the number of viewers is 100%.
Yeah.
Out of that percentage, how many people have been interviewed?
I don't know.
No, give it a rough
like
number.
Like the views on that channel.
No, I'm saying so unasema eti wase wenye wameinterviewa wamewaona wakiwa wote wawili.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so nauliza. Of course, most people just know Mungai Eve.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we have to think about director Trevor. This is a kid who had a dream.
Yes.
So he discovered his strength, and his strength is making YouTube channels. Yes. So you know the origins of this Mungai Eve channel, how it happened, where he'd helped a friend of his start a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And the YouTube channel grew to 20,000 super fast.
Yeah.
And the friend told him, acha tuende tupatane place naitwa Kajitombe. So when that happened, he was mad. And then he went home, like any other man. He's ranting to his woman. And his woman at that point ended up being Mungai Eve. And so he told, so Mungai Eve was there telling him, enda si utatafuta tu mtu mwingine mwak na yeye. And then he was like, no, what about you? Let me put you in front of a camera and let's do this. And she was afraid.
Yeah, so she
ended up going in front of the camera. Sindio?
No, from that interview that I saw, she was saying the first time she was like me. Like it was just a voice. You would not see her. It was just utamsikia kwa the videos but hautamwona until she gained the confidence to be in front of a camera.
So unangoja confidence?
Please. I am okay like this. And ndio nikienda place flani town nikipigania maembe watu wasinijudge.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Kupigania maembe?
Please.
Watu kuniaibisha tu. Okay, tuendelee.
So when continuing, you're giving the brief of the
Yeah, so ende akamwambia enda mbele ya kamera, alafu the girl went in front of the camera. Akianza she was a kienyeji Pro Max,
yes,
alafu
and she admits
katengeneza
it.
pesa. Kaka turned, she stopped being a kienyeji to what she is,
But
and they lived happily ever after, at least for another 3 years.
but there's growth in everyone.
Yeah.
Awezi kuwa kienyeji Pro Max. Even if you were a kienyeji Pro Max during COVID, because this started during COVID, right?
Yeah.
So utakuwa umepanda level moja, like there's growth in everything. Hata kama we bado ni kienyeji waina gani, you're still, there's growth in everything. And her growth was out of this world, like ridiculously beautiful to watch. Like,
and what's the driving force behind that growth?
No, you see, if you have someone who's determined, like Trevor, and Trevor has this vision and everything, if he found someone who was not willing to do it, it would not have been this big.
It worked for the both of them.
Ways.
Yes.
So there's no way you'll just come and say your services are no longer needed. What the hell?
What the hell? Because most probably, most breakups are initiated by the woman, right? Most breakups, yes.
No.
Most breakups are initiated
let me
by
tell
the
you
woman,
something.
especially
Let me tell you something. Hear me out.
Yeah.
When a woman is breaking up with a dude, just no signs zilianzia kwa Charlie. And this person, the woman has been in that breakup for so long. She's gone through all the stages of grief until she's decided, you know what, F it, I'm leaving. And most of the times you just see signs. Tunazionanga kutoka kule Timbuktu. We see the signs from very far. So we know like what's happening. We know when you're icing someone out. We know when you decide, I'm tired with this woman. We know. So most of the men, I'm sorry to say, are cowards. They don't want to break up with someone, and it's like breaking up is hard work. Like it's not easy. So you want to take the easy way out, and you decide, I'm going to treat this woman like shit until she decides, okay, I'm out. And that's what happens.
So according to Trevor ndi alianza kumtreat like shit, because me this I'm looking at it, this girl is like a kienyeji Pro Max, yes? Then pesa inamtan, anaanza anasafisha rada. Shasafisha rada, what happens? Dudes want to screw her. And not just dudes, powerful dudes.
Yes.
And then she starts asking herself, like, why am I with this young dude and I can get these older dudes who have more money?
That's
I don't even need to. And then she starts looking away. And then, because who had more to lose with this thing? Like from the outside looking in, Trevor had more to lose. So I don't think Trevor would have like risked his golden goose. You see? Like this was his golden goose.
I don't think so.
I think
it's
she's the one who got turned.
No. It's very easy for a man to say, oh, no, they go for power. It's not. I do not think so. And fine, even if the relationship did not work out, the romantic side of it, their work ethic and their work side of it, like the business part of their relationship, was a very strong whatever.
Yeah, they tried to make it work. So it's only break up last year. It was last year February. So they've been
what the hell February?
Yes,
I thought
they
it
were
was
trying to work together all this time, trying to fake it till most probably he saw her sending nudes to the next dude. And
if you've broken up, ukiachwa achika,
hiyo ni ujinga hiyo.
Please listen, ukiachwa achika, because if we've been broken up for 1 year, man, for a whole year, from Feb to Feb, and now you decide my feelings are butthurt, now I'm going to say her whatever, her services are not needed.
Her services are no longer needed. Honey, can you see this? The channel working? Yes, it's working. Because the backbone, you do know that a YouTube channel is more than the foreground. There's a lot of shit that happens in the background. So if I was to sit down with her, I'd want to ask her, can you edit? can you do this, can you do this,
Oh,
can you do
please.
this, because all these
You
things
see,
ziko zinafanywa na Trevor.
now, if our president is not giving us jobs, we're giving ourselves jobs.
Yeah.
If she cannot edit, can she afford to pay someone who can? Yes, she can. So just because, of course, I don't know if she can, but even if she didn't know how to edit, can she afford to pay someone? Yes.
She can afford to pay because of nani? Because it's director Trevor ule alimchukua kutoka Murang'a County ama Nyeri County akamwonyesha kila inafaa kufanyika. Sasa yeye anajua.
What was she in school doing?
I don't know what she was doing.
Journalism.
In school. Yeah.
The reason why Trevor took her, the reason why he thought it was a good idea for them to work together, is because she was doing journalism in school. And the way he would go hustle, because this dude has a very whatever business mindset, yeah. So he saw the vision way before. Akamuliza, now COVID is here. What are you going to do? Tuanzishe YouTube channel. Why? Because you're a journalist.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm going to mold you.
Ndio. So you want it to be like the Elsa Majimbo and Naomi story, even
no,
if she
it's
took
not
down
going to
the
be
video.
like Elsa Majimbo and Naomi.
Because that's what you're saying. You're saying without Trevor, which kind of like it is, without Trevor, this girl can be nothing. It's not true.
No, she can be something, but she's going to have to work her ass off.
And
this
she has been working her ass off.
He used to post 3 videos a day, yes?
Yes, 3 videos a day. Was she in those videos?
Yes, but
and
he was
she was not working.
Yende alikuwa namwamsha asubuhi namwambia umevaa suruali
ulikuwa hapo, ulisikia wapi?
Nilikuwa hapo.
Please.
Okay, so you have to have that one person who is super driven, and that person was Trevor.
You can't say you have to have that one person.
They used to post 21 videos a week.
I don't like these stories, the way you portray women like sijui men are the one who...
I don't portray women like that. I'm just saying in this scenario.
No.
The director
I don't agree. Because if this girl was a lazy girl, there's no way, and I know for sure, if this girl was a lazy girl,
I'm not saying she was lazy.
No way ingefika malio channel.
I'm just saying that this dude was just more driven. Like, because first of all, he was more driven because he'd just lost a channel hit, whatever.
Yes.
So he was that driven. And then she happened to be the girl who was on his bed. So if it was a different girl, that different girl would have ended up in front of the screen. But in this situation, it was Mungai
and all I'm saying is...
the stars aligned.
All I'm saying is... if it was a different girl, the way you're saying, who did not have the same work ethic as the one that Eve has, the channel will not be there. It would be uko 20k, 50k, and they would be happy because he had lost a channel, 20k. Yeah. So if you grow it from 20k to maybe 100k, if it got to 100k, they'd be so jazzed, man. Like they did a good job. But this girl also had a work ethic. Also was good. A very hardworking person.
Which she can use on the next channel.
So a vision. But you can't take what she built, because literally, yes, Trevor was there, but he did not do the work himself. And mnashindanga mkisema, if making content is so easy, do it yourself. That's content creators. Mnashindanga mkisema, the plus button is there, do it. But I'm saying is, if it was that easy, if it was whatever, then everyone would be as successful as they were. You understand?
Yeah.
But she was needed to be in that channel for it to be there. So you can't say her services are no longer needed. What the hell?
Because, like the both of them, let's reverse the roles.
Yes.
Alafu ikue Eve was the one, the engine behind, sindio? Turned Trevor into this lover boy that now every girl wants. And they split. Who would you want to keep majority?
I'm not saying about majority, but you can't tell someone your services are no longer needed.
Because they tried to make it work for 1 year.
Yes.
And it didn't work out.
Yes, and also you could be civil about that message.
Okay. Have you ever had the famous saying?
He fired her.
But have you heard the famous saying, there's a very thin line between love and hate?
Yeah, I know that.
Yes. So
Yeah.
since there's a thin line between love and hate, how is he supposed to deal with this situation? He's now
Be
moved from
civil
loving her.
about it. Be
Fuck being civil, because this reminds me, you remember that infamous joke of mine, the one that I made and you didn't like it? The person who was the Nini of the joke didn't like it, and
because it was a terrible joke, and
and
we
it
are
was
not
a
going to
super-
rehash
it
it.
was a super funny
It
joke.
was a terrible
Yeah,
joke,
and,
guys. Believe me, we are not going to rehash it here.
You see, because you
We
know
are-
it's funny.
It's not funny. It's not funny
Yeah.
at all.
So kwa watu wa IKONINI, it's the infamous.
No, don't
I'm
rehash
not going
it
to
here.
repeat it, but it's the infamous Alfred Mtua Lilian Nganga joke where I was just
No,
saying.
don't say well.
not going to say,
Hapana, no,
like,
we
me-
move on. Moving on swiftly. Let's continue. Uh-huh.
Okay, so mtu akikusaidia kutoka kwa umaskini, umetoka kwa umaskini,
So you
sasa
want to
unaangaliana
say,
na utajiri, mnaangaliana macho kwa macho, ana kwa ana.
ngoja nkuulize. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you believe in chances and fate versus hardworking and no, just hard work? So do you, for example, the richest people in the world, the most successful people in the world, according to you, the ones that you look up to,
Yeah.
are they there only because of hard work or because of
there's an
fate
element of
and
luck.
luck?
Yes, there's an element of luck. Luck will always play some sort of role in these
Yes.
things. Yes.
Yes.
So hii yao ilikuwa just the perfect nini. The only thing, if you are to ask me why they broke up, is because they started dating too early. So if this same thing would have happened with a 30-year-old Mungai Eve and a 35-year-old Trevor, they'd stay together forever, according to me. The probability of that would be, but now it happened with kids, like 21-year-old kids, and 21-year-old maybe forever, like they were still in their early 20s. So you
I
have,
don't think so.
they are making all this money when they are super young. Like, try to imagine having 500,000 shillings in your account every month and you're 21 years old. Itaku confuse.
No,
It's going to
because now you
confuse you.
see, you know that as your norm.
No,
Look,
but
in Kenyan standards,
Yeah.
if we compare Kenyan standards to anywhere else in the world, especially the first world, watu wanaanzanga kufanya kazi wakikuwa 15, 16. People have their first jobs at that time. In Kenya, you first finish your high school. After high school, you go to campus, and people don't even work when they're in campus. You know, like in different countries where you go to campus and then after class you're at work. But then in Kenya, the standard, I'm not saying this is 100% true, but this is the standard for Kenyans is ukimaliza kampo ndio unaanza kutengeneza do.
Yeah, at 24, which is too late.
Yeah, which is very late.
Yeah.
But so at 21, if the first money you ever saw, like the normal for you since you are 21 is 500k, that's normal. You understand? For us, someone like me, saizi nikiambiwa at the end of every month I'm getting $1 million in my account, that's not normal. So tulianza tukiwa interns tukipatiwa 6k a month and we were happy with our 6,000 shillings. Yeah. And that time is for the whole month. You've worked for someone for a whole month akakupatia 6,000 shillings. Na huyu akikuwa 21 years old, the first thing ameona is 500. So that's normal for them.
Yeah.
So wakisikianga mkiongea sijui nini, they try to put themselves in your shoes and like whatever, but in some capacity that's normal for them. So because you are looking at it with that lens, like walikuanga wanaishi hivi then whatever. Yes, walikuwa naishi hivyo, but then they started life, quote unquote, they started life with a lot of money.
Yeah, and they start life with a lot of money. Trevor is there. All of a sudden, he has a lot of options when it comes to girls. The girl has a lot of options when it comes to men. They don't know how to handle that because now everyone wants you. All of a sudden, everyone in quotes for both of them. So one of them was going to, at some point, fall into wherever. So I don't know which one. I won't say it's Trevor, I won't say it's the girl, but one of them must have nongale joke ya Chris Rock. It's hard not to cheat. It's hard not to cheat. When he was saying the way at sometimes he'll try not to cheat and he's running and then he pulls a hamstring like so one of them pulled hamstring, I'm thinking, because most of these things will happen
Or-
happening. Another person starts anaanza kuangalia inje na akianza kuangalia inje. Sasa shida yetu as dudes, the reason why I feel like it's her is the way Trevor has handled it. It's like fuck you, kama unataka kutamba wengine
Hear
mimi
me
naenda
out.
kutamba sasa.
So today we are going to talk about the big breakup stories that are happening on the internet right now. I told you about Risa Tisa. I don't know if you watched.
Tisa?
You're living in Tisa's internet and you don't know who she is. Oh my God.
Nachani search. Yeah, so
You
niambie.
can't research her now.
But let me at
Her
least-
TikTok has 50 parts. I told you about this.
Yeah.
It has 50 parts. Each part is 10 minutes long. So that's 500 minutes worth of content that you'll have to go through for you to understand. So Risa Tisa is this girl who has gone viral about who the fuck did I marry? Like she married someone who was a pathological liar.
Yes.
Dude used to be on the phone for hours, like he's just talking on the phone. Kumbe, there was no one on the other side. He was talking to himself. He was talking to himself.
So he'd call ama he'd just be on a phone that's off.
He'd call. It's a phone that's off. Like sio ajapigia mtu, hakuna mtu amempigia, but yuko hapo like yeah, and it'd be like so like it's me making the calls, yeah, and you're seated next to me. I'm like I'd be like, yeah, Moff is here seated next to me, yeah. Yeah, I'll say hi, and then it's like, yo, my brother says hi, and then you're like, oh, say hi, or she says back, hi back, and there's no one on the other side of the phone. He would lie, like he would lie that he's the VP of some company, and that go house shopping, and he'd make a cash deal, a cash offer for the house. Does he have the money? Does he have the money?
Yeah.
He has no money. He lied that Sijui worked for some condiment company, whatever. Kumbe he was, I think, a delivery guy or something. And it's just a long story.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, when you're saying, oh, when dudes act like this is because of a chick, nah, some people are just mad crazy.
Yeah.
And this time, in the time of Risa Tisa's internet,
Yeah.
we are believing the chick. Whatever she says, we are believing it. And you see the way she's calm. You see the way this girl, Eve, is calm, like she's not, it's not a nasty fight and all that. Because, hey, me, I respect her. Because saa zingine, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Your services
Are not needed.
Yes. Services are not needed.
Do you think you are? Like,
Direct the Trevor. Go direct yourself. That's all he told her. Like, unataka nini? Kudirectiwa. Kuna place nitoka jitombe.
But we built that channel together. Literally, we built it together. Sio eti nilipata yo channel. Alafu nikaingia, and then we started and then we broke off, and then my services are not needed. We built it together. What the fuck do you mean your services are not needed?
Because the services right now are not needed.
Kama mtoto mdogo unamaanisha nini?
Okay, wacha nikuuliza hivi. Sawa. Yeye ufanya nini? Yeye usimama mbele ya kamera, ana interview watu. Skiza. Let me finish. Yeye usimama mbele ya kamera, anauliza maswali. Sasa tumepata mtu mwingine tofauti, yule yuasimama mbele ya kamera.
Let me ask you a question.
Alafu
and maybe this is personal. If it's too personal, you'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Who's the brand behind IKONINI right now?